we have a top 300 pro player with us today, so get your notebooks out because we're going to hear some exclusive pro tips. Hello everyone, my name is Shuming and today we are going to have a chat and an interview with one of the top 300 players in the game, among the best, TheKuak. And he's going to be with us today to just answer some questions and take a look at what pro tips he has got. I don't want to spoil anything more, so please like and subscribe and let's get started straight away. So hello TheKuak, it's very welcome to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get straight into it. So first off, I'm just gonna ask you what deck do you run? Because do you run the meta counters deck or anything else?
I'm not playing Countess at the moment. Like I upgraded Countess to level 5 like yesterday, but I don't really like how Countess works.
Oh, so are you running the Archer Queen, I suppose?
Yeah, Archer Queen is my favorite. For me, Countess is really predictable. Like you always know what is with like it doesn't matter in what tile you put her because it's always doing the same. And like I don't like how she does not have that strategic factor. Like it may be too easy or too difficult.
Yeah, true, because it's like you can't get much skill out of it because it teleports like literally teleports. So yeah, I get what you mean.
Like you don't have that control in the battle that you want to have with that Meta Archer Queen deck.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. So tell me what strategy would you run at the beginning of a battle where you haven't seen your enemy's troops yet? What would you do at that first round?
Yeah, okay. Like I have like two starts. Putting the giant skeleton on the bowler, like the bowler at the back, and the Archer Queen like one tile up, not at the back at all. Because I can predict like that an archer. And the other one is like pretty classic. That is putting the ward as a tank, and in each corner the electro wizard and the archer queen.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah. That's a great strategy at the beginning. Yeah. Okay. So here's a bit of a tricky question. How do you utilize the special tiles? Because I know people always try to predict where you're placing it. So how do you utilize it without being punished by stuff like the bowler?
Special tiles are like tricky. I don't like the way it works. Like it seems to me that they should have to be symmetric. But like at the moment, like in the situation, the special tiles are. I think the most value you can have is with mind games, like playing, like baiting the enemy's bowler or spear goblin, like or not putting anything, or if you are playing the meta countess deck, placing a miner like to bait the clash abilities. You can play with that, like probably like the strategy of the cage of the ward, so you can do like putting that strategy right in the opposite side, so you don't have that risk factor of the bowler when doing that strategy. At the beginning of the match, if I'm playing, for example, at Healing Temple, I always try to put my Electro Wizard or my Archer Queen there because I want my Skeleton Giant to die as quick as possible. So I put that Archer Queen or that Electro Wizard. So if they get hit with by the bowler or the spear goblin, they get healed and they still have some healing left.
Oh, so you're like purposefully placing it there so it can get hit by the bowler, but it doesn't matter anyway because at the end it gets healed.
Yeah, because they get healed. It's better when they have a spear goblin because you get healed everything and you don't get stunned, so they don't get value.
That's true. That's pretty smart for the healing tile. Okay, so we all know that the Countess meta deck is all over there, all over in top 1000 everywhere. So how do you counter them with your Archer Queen deck?
I especially like the cage, but not the classic cage. I like to do the anti-miner cage, but combined with the classic cage. So I give the ward a bit of a space for moving, but steals can counter the countess. Like I put the archer queen and the electro wizard a bit up, and the normal archer like to completely cage the ward in 2 tiles so it can move and still can protect my troops from an enemy miner.
So, how about in earlier stages where you don't have enough troops to build a cage for it?
One of the 2 stars I told you, but regularly you are going to lose the first rounds against the contest.
So it's like building up to the last moment to like kind of have a turnover to the win. Okay. Then how do you counter other Archer Queen decks? Because they seem to be pretty popular now as well.
Yeah, I seen like the last week or two, Archer Queen has become really popular. Like people started to use her a lot. And for example, I have an like something that passed me, it happened me today, is that I faced today 7 times top. I think now it's top 8, and he has an Archer Queen at level 10. So my advice for facing Archer Queen is just if the opponent has an Archer Queen that is its level is higher than yours, it's going to be really difficult because it attacks at a higher speed and it has its supper before, which is the all you need with Archer Queen. But if you are facing a low level Archer Queen or the same level as you always try to play mind games with your opponents, like knowing what is he going to place every time. Like a special, a common moving of the Archer Queen is one corner, the other corner, and the center. Like most people always do that, and I won one of that 7 matches against a level 10 Archer Queen of Log, doing that, like predicting that moves.
Ah, okay. So like it really comes down to the hero levels and your kind of predictions and mind games, right?
Yeah, hero levels at Archer Queen is probably the most important hero in terms of levels.
Okay, got it. Second to last question. How does your playstyle differ in Duel and Rumble? Because they are two completely different game modes. So, do you have different strategies in those two game modes?
Yes, Rumble is for me uh, pretty much difficult with the Archer Queen deck because Archer Queen is having that much opportunities at the early game. So if you faced 2 counters in the first 3 rounds, like the elimination rounds, you are probably dead. But so for Rumble, my advice is to play a Barbarian King deck if you have it at level 10 or more, and or a Countess deck. I also like to play Monk, but I know he's not meta right now. So in Rumble, try to go to the early rounds.
So, for Rumble, you basically want to play some troops or comps that rely on that like short-term success, right? You can't rely on like that long-term success because you might not be able to play that many rounds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, the last question, very simple one. What is, in your opinion, the most underrated mini?
In my opinion, like I've played Barbarian these days for quests, and I think it's not as bad as they say, but it's not the most underrated. Like it's a bit underrated because they say it's the worst mini, and it's definitely not. Like we have Battle Healer there, but for me, it's probably the Lumberjack. Lumberjack, no, anyone uses him, and with the third star upgrade, which I don't have at the moment, like I have half of my account maxed, and I have a 1 star Lumberjack. It's incredible, and I like the third star because you can have a rage at the beginning of the match. Like you can do with my Archer Queen classic deck, you can change the ward for a lumberjack, and like you get that rage at the beginning of the match, and you completely destroy your opponent. It's really powerful.
Oh well, that's a very hot take. I gotta say that. So speaking of the lumberjack, so you said that he's actually pretty strong, which I mean, I somewhat agree. I sometimes see him in Archer Queen decks as well, and it can really be like tough, especially paired with the Archer Queen's Rage kinda. So since the Lumberjack is so strong, do you run him in your main deck, or is he just still a bit too weak?
I am running him in my second account, and because I have him at a 1 star at my main account, as I said. So at my secondary account, I have him at 3 stars. So I am running him, and it works pretty good because a pretty good combo that I do with that is like the same deck: a bowler, lumberjack, archer, electro wizard, and giant skeleton, and changing the ward. And a great combo is 2 star electro wizard and 3 star and the 30 star of the lumberjack. So it charges like everybody's playing electro wizard now. So with the rage, your electro wizard is going to take its super faster, so you can get as the super before your rival, and you can like with the second star discharge completely your enemy electro wizard, so it doesn't get a lot of value.
Very true, actually. It's just that I haven't heard a lot of comments in favor of the Lumberjack, so it's very refreshing hearing from a new perspective. So, thank you for coming. What you said has been very eye-opening, actually. It is actually pretty different from what I heard from other pros, which is great, obviously. So, thank you for coming here. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. For me too.
Okay, great. So this is it for this video. If you enjoy, please like and subscribe. And you have anything to add, please tell me in the comment section below. My name is Shuming, and peace out.